I figured out how to solve the problem when it comes to trans women in women's sports, and when it comes to women feeling as if, certain elements are unfair when it comes to missing out on medals. So I basically figured out a way in which you can solve, the women missing out on medals problem. So this idea that I've got, it's called uh, rainbow medals and rainbow trophies. I'll concentrate on rainbow medals because it's easier to explain. So I guess the problem is first is women feel as if, like, biological female uh, competitors feel as if like they were cheated out because of, they feel as if the competition was unfair, and they basically miss out on medals, and they they get beat by the trans person like that. So this is the problem I basically figured out, or at least I think I figured out to the best of my ability, and I've added a few centrist caveats in the idea to make it work and to appeal to all sides. So I basically figured out how trans women can compete in non-contact sports. I'm not sure about contact sports, but when it comes to non-contact sports, I've figured out a way in which trans women can compete in their desired division in a way that's fair, and the way in which biological female athletes don't miss out on medals, but the trans people able to still compete. So the idea, what the way it would work is you'd have these like extra medals that would, I think there's a reason they would have to be printed out, or they would have to be given like after the competition. And what you'd have is you basically have the same medal, but you'll have like different color ribbons. And the LGBTQ, the trans athlete um, ribbons would be the color of a rainbow. Hence, um, rainbow medal. So it'd be rainbow gold, rainbow silver, and rainbow bronze. So the way it would work is, if a trans person comes in third place and a female athlete misses out of the bronze medal in fourth place, the way it would work is the trans person in third place would get a rainbow bronze, right? And the woman in fourth place then would get the normal bronze. So this way then, trans women are able to compete in non-contact sports, and it's a way that's fair, um, and it's a way that where everybody wins. And it'd be the same like with second place, you know, like I'm not sure how it works, but anyway, with the bronze it's easier to do, right? So like the trans woman gets the rainbow bronze, and the female athlete um, gets the normal bronze. Now, one of the problems that I thought of was with the trans people feel as if like those medals aren't genuine. Well, the medal themselves will be exactly the same. It's just the ribbon would be different. So they'd still be ultimately getting the same ribbon. And plus, the rainbow ribbon would probably look cooler anyway, because like I like bright colours, so to me it would look better. Um, and if like conservatives and if some women athletes still don't like it, then it doesn't have to be this solution doesn't have to be done for all competitions, just like big competitions, like maybe like the Olympics. So I suggest that the Olympics actually tries this out. First, get like test groups to like pitch this idea to see whether they like it, and then implementing it for a trial period in some competitions to figure out it to see if like the biological female athletes basically are okay with it. And so by doing it in only certain competitions and not all competitions, that's the kind of like the centrist caveat where we will help to make conservatives accept it and things like that. So that's going to be like the main part of the video. If you got this far, please like and subscribe. The second part is going to be like if right wing, well, conservative actors want to, um, you know, if they want to show good faith, right? If you're going to say that trans women can't compete in their sports, they can't go into the bathrooms they identify with, and they can't go into the prisons they identify with, you can't just basically offer trans people nothing. You gotta think of, can't think of how to put it, like the runner-up prize. No, you gotta think of like you gotta take in the trans people's rights into consideration. Because when you're just like, we just want to stop them doing this, that, and this, and we don't want to make any, um, give up any ground or whatever. Can't think of the term again. It makes you look bad faith that you're not actually trying to solve a problem. You're just punishing the other side. So if you want to look more good faith when it comes to arguing these things, you gotta give, you know, you gotta take into consideration, the trans people, and offer some sort of like runner up, like a counter thing to do to actually keep trans people's rights in consideration. Um, so anyway, so that's the video. This video really needs to be shared. Share this idea. Um, Share the video with the Olympics committee and small sports committees in the UK, America. Get the word out of this idea. I think it would work. I think everybody wins. For now, it's only non-contact sports. It's the best I can do at the moment. Still trying to figure out those three issues: sports, prisons, and bathrooms. I think those three. Still trying to figure out the perfect solution. I think it's like, see, I don't know whether the trans people are like this. Like, if whatever prison they go to, they have to be segregated. For the women's bathrooms, if they can't go in the bathroom that they identify with, invest in gender neutral bathrooms. And this is an idea where they can compete in non-contact sports. I'm not sure about contact sports because there's physical concerns and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm still trying to figure out the perfect solutions. That's the one I've basically thought of so far. I think it would work. I think everybody wins. I think conservatives would be happy, and I think it would be a progressive conservative solution to what is actually a complex problem. I'm just gonna do like okay. I just want to put this in. I just thought of putting this in is about like what is a woman. And the thing is, it's not about what is a woman, because woman can be perceived in the modern day as a gender term, but it's a matter of, recognizing the difference between male and female anatomy. So male and female are biological terms, and so is anatomy. So, it's not about what is a woman, you're asking the wrong question. It's what's the difference between male and female anatomy, not what is a woman. Using that as a joke, it doesn't actually make logical sense. But anyway, so that's the video. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos and solutions to complex problems on the Pioneer of True Centrism show, featuring the prodigy and prophet amongst wise men, or whatever. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you very much.